Well, did I ever tell you the story about Don buying Travis's guitar?
No.
I got to tell this story. I have to have Don tell this story someday on the show.
All right.
So back in 2003, Don called me up about, I don't know, it's like probably the first part of May.
Okay.
And he said, hey, we're doing a 4-day run over the Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
We're getting a bus. We're going to do Orange County, Tucson, Phoenix, and Las Vegas.
All right.
I just wanted to find out you want to go with us.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, hell yeah. He says, we'll fly out to LAX. I'll pick you up. And then we'll, do the weekend.
Sure.
So Friday, I think it was Thursday night, we did the Galaxy Theater in Orange County. We traveled all night. I think we went to Phoenix. Then we went to Tucson. Then we went to Las Vegas.
All right.
Well, while we were traveling in the night, it's about a 10-hour ride from Orange County to Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
So Don and I stayed up in the front cabin of the bus, and Don was playing this like electric acoustic.
Okay.
You could play it as an acoustic, but it plugs in too, and it has like these equalizers built into the neck.
Sure.
And I was just like, wow, that's a interesting acoustic you got there. And he goes, yeah. He says, I bought this off of Travis Meeks. You know who that is?
Okay.
And I go, yeah, that's the Days of the New guy. And he goes, yeah. He says, we were recording, I think it was Long Way Home.
Yeah.
At the studio, and this guy, he said, I didn't know who he was. Mm-hmm. He come walking in. It was just before Christmas. And he says, hey, I have this acoustic guitar. I can't remember what brand it was. I don't know if it was like a Martin or something like that. It was kind of a rare brand.
All right.
And he says, I got this acoustic guitar that I need to sell because I need some money for Christmas and blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
So Don said, I kind of recognized the guitar right away, and it's like a $1,500 guitar.
Right.
And he said, I offered him $300 for it.
Right.
And he took it.
Nice.
He goes, that's where I got this guitar. He said, so I gave him $300 for this $1,500 guitar.
Nice. No wonder Don still has money.
He said this guy was all panicked because he had to buy his chick a, Christmas present or something and didn't have any money.
Right.
Because this was 2003, so the Days of the New was already over.
Right.
And
he didn't even have like $300.
Apparently not.
Boy, that sucks.
Yeah. So, while we were traveling through the night, Don was strumming this guitar and just kind of playing some of the songs, and it was kind of like a personal storyteller's session for me.
Nice.
Like he was playing some of the older songs and some of the newer songs and kind of telling, when I wrote the song, he's doing this whole show for me personally,
Nice.
And we sat there just drinking Jack and Coke through the whole night.
Nice.
It was pretty good, but that's the Travis Meeks story.
Nice. I had not heard that.
Yeah, but getting back to what we were talking about, that whole, pumping up a band, promoting the shit out of them, selling millions of records, and then dropping them.
Yeah.
That all started in the 90s.
Yep.
No artist development at all.
Nope. It all died.
Yep.
Yeah, and if you didn't hit right away, you were gone.
Sure.
That's why there's only a few bands from that era that were big. I think the only really, truly, truly huge band out of that whole era would have been Linkin Park.
True.
Yeah, I can't think of another one that sold 2 albums that sold 10 million apiece. Maybe Kid Rock. Was he in the same time?
Well, you know what? The thing is Kid Rock actually reinvented himself.
Yeah.
So he didn't stick with his Kid Rock formula because he started out as that rappy guy.
Yeah.
And
that
now
one-
he's more Skinnerty guy.
Yeah, dude, there's no rap at all on the last 2 records.
Right.
You know me, I'm a huge Kid Rock fan.
Sure you are.
And there's 0 rap now. Just
Yeah.
none.
When he first made it big with his bong, bong, bang, bang, I could not take that.
I love it.
But but see, the last couple of records,
Yeah.
just, just a straight up, just a classic rock guy.
Yeah, the last 2 you'd probably like because they're really good.
Yeah.
There's like I said, there's no rapping anymore.
Oh, there's another one Nathan brought up in the chat room, Creed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Creed sold a shitload of records.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of imploded, and then the other guys went off and did their own thing.
And
Alter
now they're
Bridge. Yeah.
Now they're Alter Bridge.
Yep. All right. You've got to put 10 years into it before it sticks, stresses Rob Halford. I don't care who you are in metal. You've got to be able to go through all the time frame to gain an attraction. And then even after that, you're not really sure how it's going to maintain and sustain itself.
I don't know if I agree with that.
As with anything, it's a case of wait and see.
Do you agree with that?
I do, because the listening audience is fickle these days.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
But I don't agree that I don't agree that in heavy metal history that bands had.
No, he's not saying in the history. He's talking about today.
Oh, because I was going to say Guns N' Roses comes a
No.
immediately to mind.
No, he's talking about today.
Okay.
That it takes any band a good 10 years to finally get the recognition,
Right.
of any kind.
Right.
And then even then, it's not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a band with the strongest hunger that tends to make their mark, and these days one has to have more than a healthy appetite for the grind of touring to break through. But an interesting twist has been developing in the expansion and evolution of the metal. While perhaps the West, at least for the time being, has chilled a bit on the world of heavy rock, the East has been opening up. If touring is where the money is at, then we need to expand into Russia, China, and Eastern Europe, which are starting to embrace metal, said Filth. Some of our biggest recent shows weren't in Germany or France or Scandinavia. They were in Hungary, Bulgaria, Romania, and Poland.
Really?
Places before that were a little bit starved for bands. But if those markets open up, then bands can have an album every 4 years rather than 2, because the normal album touring cycle could be extended.
Okay.
Now we can do a full Russian tour, Asia, China, Jakarta, Singapore, and an Eastern Bloc tour. That may be the one thing that the bands need. So once again, it's not here.
Right. Yeah.
It's in places that never had that opportunity before.
Yeah. It's just, dude. There's no music here at all anymore.
None.
It's all Justin Bieber shit.
Sure.
I can't figure that out for the life of me.
There's a certain irony of metal bands appealing to the disenfranchised youth of the countries that are America's political opposites. But then perhaps the voice of rebellion is needed where it is called for. It sounds like America desperately needs it once again.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it.
It does, but you know what the sad thing is? The youth right now, they don't want it.
Right.
And I'll go outside of music and look at all this cry on these college campuses to give up the freedom of speech. That they don't want to be offended.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing. My feelings are hurt. I got sand in my pussy, and I can't take it. And somebody needs to stop them because my feelings are hurt.
Yeah, and then when you look at their music, it's equally soft and weak.
True.
It's Taylor Swift.
That's the whole thing.
Fucking pathetic.
It is.
These kids are fags.
I agree.
Just fags.
Your kids just missed the fag cycle.
Yeah, well,
just missed it.
They had a dad that would have beaten the fag right out of them.
Don't make me beat the fag out of you, pal.
That would have been the way it would have gone down too.
Turn on some Dream Evil and don't make me beat the fag out of you.
What are you listening to? Fucking Taylor Swift?
Yeah, get that kid a Motorhead record, as Artie Lang says.
Yeah, you're grounded. Your punishment is nonstop Metallica for 2 months.
Right. Don't you be bringing that fag shit into my house, pal.
Oh, you got a rap record? Take it back outside.
Right. So funny. All right, dude, I need a drink and we'll come back. I'm going to play some of this Manimal.
All right.
Manimal, where are they from?
Sweden,
They're
Switzerland, one of them.
One of them. Probably Sweden.
Yeah.
Another Swedish band, once again, excellent. They have a new CD called Trapped in the Shadows.
Right.
And these guys are just full on in your face, just power riffs.
Yeah. The name of the band sucks.
Manimal.
It obviously sounds like it's a Wasp tribute band.
Or you may or may not be too young to remember this. Do you remember this show in the late 80s? It was called Manimal.
No.
It was a short-lived TV show where this guy could shape-shift into an animal.
Don't remember.
And it was called Manimal.
Nope.
That's what it reminds me of, Manimal.
Well, all I thought of is, it's Blackie Lawless. And I was like, what a terrible name, because this band doesn't sound anything like Wasp.
Right. All right. I'm going to play a song here from Manimal from their Trapped in the Shadows release, and this one is called Man-Made Devil.
Nice.
Brand new Manimal exclusively here
On your classic metal show.